I was one of the first homegrowns also in FC Dallas history.
Yes.
I was like the number. Well, they signed a guy before us, and then three other guys signed homegrown. Now there's probably like 28, maybe 30 homegrown that signed already. So I was one of the first ones too. So I'm happy to be part of that too. Like I said, be a part of
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. Talk your talk, innit? Like you were one of the first ones, so like you were doing your thing. So in your own respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. I'm your host, Leroy, and welcome back to The Insight. But before we start, could you make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any new content that will be coming your way very soon. But without further ado, enjoy the pod.
Yeah, that's sweet. I think you've got a light like right next to you, innit?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, you made sure you had the lighting, yeah?
Yeah, now I'm be looking dark, bro.
Nah, I read that. How you doing, man? Long time.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Everything's well, yeah.
How's the family? Your wife, kids, everyone?
They're good. They're in Dallas right now.
Yeah.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale, or Miami, Fort Lauderdale, getting ready for these Gold Cup qualifier games.
Sick, man. How has the preparation been going?
It's good. It's been long. It's been tough. I haven't had a lot of rest, but I'm just one thing. It's a dream, so I got to keep working for it.
No, for sure. I hear that. So let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Insight. Today I have my good friend Moisés Hernandez. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. I always wanted to be here. I always want to do this with you, honestly. I've been seeing your podcasts and stuff on Instagram and stuff, and I always wanted to do this.
Nah, sick. I was obviously getting around to everyone I could do, and I know you were busy, obviously, Gold Cup and your season and whatnot. So I didn't want to intrude on anyone's progress, because I'm trying to get everyone, and
okay.
In England there's a different season, you guys have a different season, so I'm just trying to tick off everyone. But thank you so much for giving me your time, especially during this time, innit?
Yeah, bro, no problems. It's a pleasure.
No, for sure. Let's wheel it back on how you started this dream, man. What age did you start playing football? How did you get into it?
I started playing. Just my dad plays. He didn't play professionally soccer, but my dad's from Guatemala.
Okay.
He came illegally from Guatemala when he was around 20 years old. So he played soccer in Guatemala just growing up. He came here to USA just to work. So he couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
So he I remember when I was 4, my brother started playing soccer first. He's older than me. He's 2 years older than me. So he put my brother in soccer. So obviously I wanted to do what my brother did,
Yeah.
So that's how it started. My dad started focusing on us, and that's how everything happened when I was 4, when I started playing soccer.
Nice. Did you have here in England we have maybe little Sunday league teams before you enter the academy system?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, I played in the recreational system in where I'm from in Dallas. My first team was in Garland, Texas. I played up a year and a half, 2 years, because I was playing with my brother's team.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I wanted to be just like my brother. He was my older brother, so I would just follow him everywhere. So they put me with my brother's team. I think I was around 4, maybe playing with the 6-year-olds, maybe. I don't remember. It was around that time. So that's what, from 4 to maybe to 10 years old. That's when I played recreational soccer.
Okay. When did Dallas pick you up?
When I was 14, I think I was 14 years old, or maybe 13, 14. That's when the all FC Dallas program started, and that's when everything pretty much started. When I was 14, serious,
Okay. How was because obviously we know that US is growing soccer wise every single year. How was the academy system back then?
Like I said, I was the one who, my age group, I'm a 92, so I'm 29 now. I'm 29 years old now.
Okay.
My age group was the age group who started the FC Dallas Academy.
Oh, sweet.
I was the first. My team, my age, and the 91 age group were the first. My brother was still there too. We were the first teams. We're the first players who started the FC Dallas Academy. So I feel like back then, now they have a lot of more stuff. We're like I said, we just started it.
Yeah.
And I've seen how it went from there and progress. But I feel like we did well the first 2 years of the academy. We did well, so that's what brought more people to the FC Dallas Academy, because at that time we're the best team in the nation and the best academy in the nation. So more people started coming. And they started investing more in the players and in the program. So it just started from there. So I'm happy to be part of that. I feel me and my friends all my teammates were part of the pioneers who did this for the FC Dallas Academy.
Yeah, that's sick because obviously nowadays you just see like FC Dallas got players like buying like just creating like it's a factory down there.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I said, it has a lot of due to the coaches we had too, you know.
Yeah.
Great players, but like I said, now I started academy when I was like 14 years old, I think maybe 15, 14. Now they're starting already when they're 8 years old, even younger. So that's the difference now. You know what I'm saying? Now all these players like Weston McKennie, he started the academy when he was really young. You know, all these players are starting just not in FC Dallas in US and all USA. You know, a player like Pulisic's out. Brian Reynolds from Dallas also started in Roma. There's a lot of other players I could name. So I feel like since they started the academy earlier in their career, you know, when they're young, they started when they're like 5, 6 years old playing on the clubs already, you know. I started when I was 14, so it was kind of late already. But I'm just like I said, I'm happy to be part of the generation in US soccer.
True, but definitely the good work that you did obviously led you to getting the Homegrown contract in 2010, I believe. I think after you done your 2 years, how did that come about? How did you feel like getting it? Because obviously you've been playing, your brother, you kind of got into your brother, your dad was helping you out. Now like you're getting that first taste of like this can become a profession. How was that?
Honestly, I didn't expect it. At that time, I was more focused on go to college or university.
Yeah.
I had at that time I was left back. I had like a lot of I don't want to sound like cocky, but I was like top left back.
Yeah.
At that time in my junior senior year. So I had a lot of offers, good programs were wanting me. I had a lot of talks with good universities.
Yeah.
So that was my goal. That was my goal at the time. And then I remember my senior year in high school, maybe like in January before we graduated, when May from high school, I remember January, February, that's when they started talking to us. It was me and other players that they might have had some interest in signing us for the first team program. And it just went from there. Like I said, I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, because there's a lot of players that I learned this once I came to America and went into the college system, that everyone's kind of trying to get to college.
Yeah.
But obviously you had the opportunity of going like straight to pro. How did making that decision like happen? Because I know that obviously parents wise, they want you to like get you to the college and go up and at least have that security behind you. But how was it making that decision to leave that and then like pursue your pro career?
Well, for me, honestly, it wasn't hard because you know, that was a dream ever since I was playing soccer. You know, like I said, I was an FC Dallas fan growing up. Watched my dad would take me to the FC Dallas games. So, but my goal is to play for FC Dallas. You know, so when that opportunity came out, I didn't hesitate in a heartbeat. But like I said, it was something good for me. But now, as I look back in time, I maybe would have done things differently. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess that's part of life, isn't it? Like hindsight. Obviously, as you got older, you want to move around a few things.
Yeah, for sure.
But it wouldn't make you the player you are today. That's the
for sure. Like I said, I was one of the first homegrowns also in FC Dallas history.
Yes.
I was like the number. They signed a guy before us, and then three other guys signed homegrown. Now there's probably like 28, maybe 30 homegrown that signed already. So I was one of the first ones too. So I'm happy to be part of that too. Like I said, be a part of that.
No, for sure, bro. Talk your talk, innit? Like you were one of the first ones, so like you were doing your thing. So in your own respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, like now, how old were you when you got your homegrown? 16, right?
I was 18. I was right after I graduated high school. I signed.
Damn, sick. So obviously now you're going into the professional setup. How is it like getting used to playing with you're used to playing with older players because you're playing with your brother, but now like you're playing with like basically like grown men. Like how did you get used to that?
Well, the first day of training, it was the first day. Like I was obviously nervous. I was me and my other friend, Victor Yoa. He currently plays for Inter Miami.
Okay.
And my other friend who was already training with them her name's Ruben Luna. He was already training with them for a month. And since me and my other friend were still in high school, so we couldn't train with them until after the academy. We had like nationals and stuff. After nationals, that's when we started training with them. But the first day, it was like totally like different. You know, like I didn't expect like none of that. You know, from being like a star in the academy level, come to the pro team, it was like a shock. Like everything, you know, I was at that time I weighed 150 pounds, 155 pounds maybe. You know, these grown men, and it was totally different, but it was something like obviously I'll never forget.
Yeah, true. What would you say was the hardest like part of your game that you had to get used to, or like had to change? Yeah.
I would say the display obviously it's faster. Obviously, it's more physical. It's faster. But for me, what I didn't also when we signed my other teammate also we signed and we didn't play. We didn't get no minutes for the 3 years.
Yeah.
We didn't get like no minutes at all. So we're just training every day, you know, and that was obviously tough for us too because we're used to playing every weekend, twice a week with the academy team. So that was obviously really tough for us. But for me, I think it was my decision making, just playing quicker, playing faster, making the right decisions.
Yeah.
Especially as a defender, you know, gotta be smarter. You know, you're not gonna be able to dribble as much, you know, in this level.
Yeah.
Or you gotta do just a quicker decision. That's what like for me, like what cost me the most time to get used to.
Okay, I hear that. And you were saying how you and your friend spent a lot of time just training. Could you guys not play? Oh no, you couldn't play games with your academy guys anymore, could you?
The first year we couldn't, and the second year we could already. The third year I'm not sure. So they'll drop us to the academy. Yeah.
Okay.
For 1 more year, yeah.
What do you call it? Do they have a USL kind of team, or did they?
They didn't at that time. They didn't.
Okay.
But then they had it like an MLS reserve league.
Okay.
So for the players that wouldn't play, they wouldn't travel. They'll have like I think it was like 15 games a year only though.
Okay.
Like 15 games a year, maybe, or maybe less. I don't remember. But that was my second year. I was in 2011, maybe, or 2011, I think. That's when they started like a reserve league, but only lasted like a year or two. So we're playing those games.
Okay,
but still, it's not the same, you know.
Yeah. So let's say during that time, obviously you're training with high performance players. You get your call up to the US national under-20 team. Like, how did that come about? How did you feel when you got that?
Honestly, that was for me at that time. Like I couldn't believe, you know. Before that, there was like obviously the U17 national team.
Yeah.
And I never got called up to the U17 the US national team. You know, I had a friend that were like, man, like I used to see those guys like at the showcases, like the academy. They'll play like before some games, and I'll see them on TV. I remember they had like the World Cup too, the U17 World Cup. I was like, man, like I wish I could be there. You know, like and I used to see those guys like at that time. I thought they were famous. You're like, man, I see these guys on TV. And then the first time I got caught up to U20s, I think I was still in the SU Academy team. I wasn't on the first team yet. That's when I started, because I was in left back. I started playing left back with the academy.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to be a center mid, like a center defensive mid, center mid, or like I play like left wide mid, sometimes like attacking like left mid.
Yeah, I can tell you definitely not left back.
So I went to academy. That's when they parted from me left back, and that's when I went to left back. That's when everything started for me. Like I just like started like going like, you know. That's when everything changed for me when the coach, he's Oscar Pareja, now he's the coach out of Orlando City.
Okay.
He's the one who like put me, like he saw me, he's like, hey, I see you, if you want to go to the next level, you have to be a left back. I don't see you as a center mid or like a left midfielder. Your position to be left back or as being the back in the defense. Yeah. And I personally never thought I was going to be a defender, you know.
But how old were you when he told you that?
I think I was 16 already. I was 16 when I became a left back.
Okay, and when he told you that, how did you feel? Because I see it a lot with like a lot of kids. Obviously, everyone wants to be attacking, everyone wants to score the goals and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
But in terms of like, how did you take that news, and did you take it, like, nah, I don't want to go, but I have to do it, and obviously you done what you did, or did you think, were you mature at that time when you're like, okay, cool, like, if this is what it takes to get to the next level, I know I can play, then this is what has to be done. Like, how did you take that at that age?
I think I was 16, but I didn't think about the next level honestly at the time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play, I just wanted to play.
True.
At that time, like Dallas did a good job scouting like the top talents in Dallas.
Yeah.
So we had a squad. We had a really good team. We had like the local guys in Dallas. They made like the best players. We all got together. They made a team.
Yeah.
So when I signed with the academy team, I came in as a center mid. So I came in as a center mid. So and then when the academy league started, the first game of the season I remember I didn't start.
Oh, sure.
All preseason we had a small preseason. I was playing center mid. I played with the ODP team also. North Texas. I was playing center mid also. So when that happened, the first game in the academy, the U16s, I didn't start. Maybe the first 2 games I didn't start at all. But I came in as a sub.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like, I want to play. Like being used to playing, like I said, like once again, like being the star, like on my club team, always from not playing like the first 2 games, and then I remember we needed a left back. We didn't have a left back.
Okay.
So we didn't have. I mean, they put some other guy left back, but he was a natural left back.
Yeah.
That's when the coach told me. He told me, "Hey, Moisés, like we want to see you in left back. I see you as a good left back. You're strong. You're fast. You go to the tag. You can defend well." I was like, all right. Like I just wanted to play, So I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't thinking about the future. I just wanted to play, get minutes, and ever since that first game I played, I remember I played left back. I didn't move from there.
Yeah.
I stayed there the whole. Yeah.
That's sick though. I think it's important for like people growing up to know that like sometimes what you view as a good position is not what it might be in the end, innit? But obviously now you wanted to get more game time in general with the first team. You started going out on loan. I think your first team, I don't even know how to pronounce it. And I just, yeah.
That was yeah.
How did that come about? And obviously the team is in Guatemala, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, was that your first time going away from home?
That was my first time, moving like from Dallas, getting away from Dallas. But
and how old were you at that time?
I think that was in 2013 or 2012. So I was maybe 20, maybe 21, 20.
Okay.
I think I was 20. I turned 20 there. I was 20. But like a funny story.
Wow.
I was with like I said, I was with the national team, the U20 national team, right? With USA.
Yeah.
And to qualify for the World Cup, we played against Guatemala for the World Cup qualifiers. The qualifiers was in Guatemala, right?
Yeah.
So we were first in our group. We beat some teams. I played. I remember I played the last game, the quarterfinals of the U20 World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, it was in Guatemala at their home stadium.
Wow.
Since we got first place, I think Guatemala got the wild card, so we played them for the winner of that game was going to advance to the World Cup.
Okay.
The U20 World Cup, which is in Colombia.
Sweet.
So we played Guatemala. I played that game. I started that game, and we ended up losing. And Guatemala goes to the World Cup, the U20 World Cup. Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, that was crazy, But it's crazy how it works now. I'm playing for the Guatemalan men's national team,
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
so crazy.
And there's some players that there's only one player from that team that's here now still, and we always talk about it,
Yeah.
It's crazy that I'm here with the national team now. But like I said, it's a blessing to be here.
Sure.
It's like I said, I'm still living the dream. I'm saying, like the dream's not over for me, and I'm still going.
No, for sure.
But yeah, about the question you asked me, I don't remember quite how it happened, but I remember my agent at the time. He told me, "Hey, I work with a guy from Guatemala. We know that you're Guatemalan. We want to see if we could send you on loan there to get some games because you're like they told me straight up, like you're not gonna play this year with Dallas." Like I knew at that time I was like, yeah, I just want to play. I knew I wasn't gonna play.
Yeah.
So they sent me on loan. I went for 6 months. I went like in the summer of 20. I think it was 2011 or 2012. I'm not sure.
2012.
Summer of 2012.
Yeah.
That's when I went to Comunicaciones, and that time Comunicaciones is one of the top teams of Guatemala.
Yeah.
So I knew about them growing up. When I was younger, going to Guatemala with my dad like for Christmas and stuff, that's when the finals were. So I used to go to the games. I remember when I was like 12, 13 years old, 10, I used to go to the finals, watch the teams play. So I knew a little bit about Guatemalan soccer. That's how everything happened. My agent knew someone from Guatemala, and then that's how everything happened.
Yeah, that's sick. I was about to ask like who, because I know you were born in Dallas. I was gonna say who in your family is from Guatemala. Is it your dad and your mom?
Just my dad. My mom's from McAllen, Texas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, mom. Yeah.
So how was your experience playing in that league? Because obviously I'm guessing maybe the style of football was a bit different, maybe.
Yeah. It was like definitely honestly a cultural shock for me.
Yeah.
Being in the MLS and US, we have so many things. We have the facilities are different, the food, everything they give us, like they give us lunch after training, and the protein they give us. That was the biggest difference for me. I went expecting um expecting more. Like say when I got there the first day, I remember I got there, I thought they were gonna give us like sliders for training and stuff, socks and stuff like that. They have socks, but like your own, like, like the short socks to look cool and stuff. So I got there and we didn't get any of that. I was like, oh, like I didn't know none of these things. So that was probably like the toughest thing for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like the facilities, the training and fields, playing in these places that the fields are not the best conditions,
Yeah.
So that was the toughest thing for me. And like I said, I was younger and I went alone. So that was the hardest part for me, being away from my family. I had my grandma was in Guatemala too, but she wasn't close to me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So that was like the toughest part, yeah, for going. Like I didn't expect, like it was totally different for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was gonna say, when was the last time you had visited Guatemala before you had gone for your loan?
Before that, it was when I played the U20
Okay.
national team. But then before that, I was maybe like 13, 14 when I went for Christmas, maybe.
Yeah, you would have been young then.
Yeah.
Shoot. And then obviously after that, you were coming back to Dallas and you were continuing your loan. I know you had one at Deportivo Saprissa.
Yeah.
And then you went to Rayo OKC. That was back in Oklahoma. Just talk me through like the loans and like how you found them and how did you find like going out on loan? Because obviously I'm guessing like after one you performed well. Like I know you played a lot at Saprissa and Oklahoma. Did you feel to come back and like play at FC Dallas, and how did that go?
Well, the loan from if you don't, well, Saprissa is one of the biggest teams in Central America. It's one of the top teams in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So going from Comunicaciones to Saprissa was like a big jump. Because like I said, that league, that team has so much history. They have so much. They have a lot of exposure in Central America, and they're known for a lot of titles for CONCACAFs and stuff like that. So for going from Guatemala, it's because what happened there. My coach at that time, I didn't play much in Comunicaciones my first time there because I didn't have my Guatemalan passport yet.
Okay.
So when I got there, I signed, but then they were doing all the passport stuff, so I could play already. So I had to play like a national player from Guatemala, I couldn't play as a foreigner. So the first 2 months I couldn't play. So I feel like I ended up playing 4 games only.
Yeah, 4 games. Yeah.
But I guess when I went there, I was training well every day. I was training hard. I was training well. We ended up winning the championship that year with the team.
Sweet.
And the coach was from Costa Rica. So after we won the championship there, I went home for Christmas. I think the championship was like Christmas. It was like the 23rd. So the 24th, Christmas Eve, I went home. Like I wanted to go home so bad. Like I wanted to go home. I just needed to go home,
Yeah.
And I wanted to go home so bad. I remember when I tell my mom and dad, like, hey, I'm gonna come home like as soon as possible, Like I'm telling them to book my flight like right away. I wanted to leave that night, honestly, because I just wanted to be home in Dallas,
I know how
with my family. So I get home. It was the 24th, and that night, because in US, I don't know, like in Guatemala, like Latins, they celebrate Christmas like the 24th, Christmas Eve. I don't know how they do it in England.
Yeah, we're 25th, but I've heard of 24th, yeah.
Yeah, so like the 24th, that's when we celebrate Christmas, really. Like the Christmas Eve, we're up to like midnight for Christmas Day and stuff like that. So it was like around like 9 o'clock at night, maybe 10 on Christmas Eve. I get a call from the head coach. He's like, hey, Moisés, I want to tell you that I'm leaving the team. I'm going to Saprissa. Like it's a good opportunity for me. Like I said, it's like the top team. Like it's a really big team. It's a real big club. So they are, well, good luck, coach. like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I want to go back to. I don't want to stay. Honestly, I don't want to stay in Guatemala no more. I wanted to be back in US.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, good luck. Like, no, like, good luck. Like, no, thanks, but like, you're gonna come with me. I want to bring you with me to Saprissa.
Oh shoot.
And I was like, honestly, at first, like, no, like, to myself, I said, no, like, I want to be in Dallas. I want to play in FC Dallas. I want to like try to like get some playing time. So he's like, no, like, I need you to come here. He took me and 2 other guys from the team that went to, but they're Costa Rican though. They're in Guatemala, but they went to. And I remember like I was like, crap. I was like I don't like, honestly, like, I didn't want to go because I wanted to be in Dallas. Like I said, I want to be in Dallas. And then I remember calling and talking to the people from Dallas, like, hey, they stated that they want to give me a loan. Like, yeah, I think it'll be good for you again. You're, like I said, we still have a lot of guys left back position. You're not gonna play.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Like, it's fine. I was a Dallas Burn fan. Then from there, they changed to FC Dallas, and then became FC Dallas fan.
Yeah.
My dad would take me to the stadium. So just like I said, playing in the MLS, playing for FC Dallas was just a blessing, a dream come true for me, for my family. Like I said, I'll be grateful for the FC Dallas for all my life because, like, literally made my dream come true playing for FC Dallas, playing professional soccer. I feel like if it wasn't for them, I feel like I wouldn't went to play pro.